we just start talking like babies or something. Like, we'll literally just be like, yes, like, you know, like one of those. And it's undenying. Like, we can't stop it. We can't fight it. It is what it is. That's how you know you're in love.
Say you wanna get away. We don't need a plane.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Oli Indigo, and I am so excited because I am here with another video. Today's video is one of my most favorite subjects. It is the subject of love. I say that in such a context because I'm a sun and moon Libra. I am the Venus goddess, and we are all about love. I live and breathe love. If you know me, which a lot of you guys do, then you know that this is one of my most favorite subjects. You know that about 80% of my videos, if not a little less, is gonna be about love in so many different ways. So I'm so excited right now, guys. I'm so happy to be bringing to you guys the 16 signs that you are madly, deeply in love. And I want to be clear, like, I'm not just talking about like that, you know, like I like him, I like her, we feeling each other, vibes is good, you know. I ain't just talking about that. I'm talking about like madly, deeply in love. Right now, I'm about to hit you with the 16 signs that you are madly, deeply in love. So sign number 1 that you are madly, deeply in love is going to be if you feel like you cannot go a day without talking to this person. Like, literally, if you try to go without talking to this person, you're going to feel crazy. Like, you're going to feel so incomplete that you're not going to know what to do with yourself. So if you feel that way, if you just kind of feel like, man, like I already can't go a day without talking to them, just having to deal with all the other things you have to deal with in the day and just not being able to go to that person and just confine in them. All right, so sign number 2 that you are falling madly, deeply in love or already there is if there's no amount of distance that exists that will keep you from being with that person. Like, literally, it doesn't matter about some long distance relationship. It doesn't matter how many oceans. You guys you're always going to find a way. You're always going to make a way because that's how madly in love you are. Literally, nothing can stop you guys from being apart. Okay? Number 3 sign that you are falling or already madly in love with someone is if you find yourself thinking about this person all the time. Like, all the time. If you are listening to songs and thinking of them, if someone is bringing up stuff, like if you're having a conversation and you find yourself just trying to include them in your conversation, it means that that love for that person is consuming your whole body, is consuming your mind. And so you almost can't stop thinking about them. You find yourself just bringing them up. You're like, oh my goodness, look at those curtains. Oh, Tony would love those curtains. You're just like, just really, really, really trying to focus on that person unconsciously. You don't even notice how much of your mind is being consumed of them, and that's why you're talking about them more and thinking about them more than ever. Number 4 of the 16 signs that you are madly, deeply in love is if you find yourself listening to them slow jams. If lately you have been feeling them slow jams and bringing out some of your old school jams, if you've been listening to Boot Up a little bit more than usual and you've been feeling it, it's probably because you're thinking about that person that you are madly, deeply in love with, okay? Number 5 sign that you are madly, deeply in love is if when you guys are text messaging, if you find yourself reading their text messages over and over again. Like, not even just their text messages. Maybe you're reading yours as well to them, but just you guys' dialogue. Women will tend to do this more than anyone. Men, a little, but not so much. A woman, we will sit up and reconstruct the whole dialogue and just meditate and fantasize about our connection. So I guess this one is a little bit centered towards women. But yes, we would definitely find ourselves reading our text messages over and over again, trying to decipher things and just fully making sure that we fully grasped what you said. Stuff like that. Sign number 6 that you are madly, deeply in love is if you find yourself thinking about this person that you're in love with far more than you've been thinking about your ex or the hurt from your ex. So maybe before on your mind you thought a little bit more about how you were hurt from your ex's situation, and maybe you were thinking more about how you have to heal from the situation with your ex. And so now that you have come into this embodiment of being in love with someone new, you're thinking about it less. You're thinking more about how good you feel and how they make you feel, until eventually your ex or the situation that hurt you with your ex becomes just non-existent. It's like a faint memory in the back of your mind. So that is definitely going to be a sign that you know that you are in love or falling madly in love with someone. Number 7 sign that you are madly, deeply in love is if you find yourself just wanting to be around this person all the time, no matter what. It doesn't matter if you guys have no plans. It doesn't matter if you guys are literally just sitting next to each other while he's on his phone and you're reading a book, or vice versa. You guys literally just want to enjoy each other's company. You just want to be next to that person, and that alone makes you feel whole and complete. That definitely means that you're in love. Number 8 sign that you are madly, deeply in love with someone is if you can find yourself smiling or catch yourself kind of like gazing out into the space when you think of them. Like if you just kind of have like this whimsical look, like, oh, just kind of like gazing off, or like doing any of those like blush like gestures, then you are probably in love with them, most likely. Number 9 sign that you are madly, deeply in love with someone is if you are willing to put yourself in almost any condition or position to help make their situation better. If you find yourself making sacrifices and changing things about your life so that you can make their situation better, or you can help them in any way, then that's definitely a huge sign that you love them, and probably that you're madly in love with them. Number 10 sign is one of my favorite signs that you are deeply in love with someone. And that is the sign that they can get under your skin better than anyone else. This person can make you so mad, so sad, and so just so angry. They can really touch your emotions like no one else on this earth. They can drive you crazy, and at the same time, you still want to be around them all the time. You still smile whenever you think about them. Just all that stuff. If there's someone that you have in your life and you're having that whole combination of things that I just named, then there's a huge chance that you are madly in love with them. Number 11, if whenever you're thinking about being intimate with them, your heart starts beating faster and faster, you're probably in love. Now, this is a little hard to tell because usually when we're thinking of being intimate or having any type of thoughts, it's kind of hard to pay attention to what our body is doing as well. But if you really try to be cautious about it without trying to stop it, then you will find yourself literally breathing heavier just by the thoughts of them touching you or you guys being close to each other in an intimate way. It's pretty powerful. The number 12 sign that you are madly, deeply in love with someone is if whenever they call, your voice or your expression changes for the good. Like if you get a phone call from that person and you're like, hi, or you just find yourself kind of like just getting to this place of giddiness that you normally aren't with anyone else. for women, we usually put on like this baby voice, like this little like sexy baby voice that is just so natural that we can't even fight it. It's just like, it's like it touches our deepest femininity, you know? So we just start talking like babies or something. Like we'll literally just be like, yes, like, you know, like one of those. And it's undenying. Like, we can't stop it. We can't fight it. It is what it is. That's how you know you're in love. Number 13 is also one of my favorites, and this one is a deep one. If you feel like you rather die before that person dies because that's how much you don't want to be living here without them, oh, you in love. You are in love, okay? We're talking about life-threatening love, okay? That's good. That's a good thing. That's a good deep place to be. As long as it's mutual, that's a good place to be, seriously. That means that you do not want to see yourself without this person. You don't want to know what it would feel like to be here and not have them be able to be here with you, whether you guys are together or not. Like, that's deep. If you are willing to die before that person so that you don't have to live here without them, that's love. Number 14 sign is a pretty unique one. This sign that you are madly, deeply in love involves how you guys are as a couple and how it changes your energy. Like, when you guys are happy, you have a boost of energy all of a sudden. You are in your creative flow and you're just feeling good. Every time that you guys are on good terms, you are just able to move through life quicker and swifter and better. And whenever you guys are on bad terms, like when you guys are arguing or when you guys have some issues that are going on, maybe if they're going through something, then all of a sudden you kind of feel weaker. Like, you kind of feel like a burden is on you. You might feel a little suppressed or depressed. You might feel unmotivated, you know. You might have the same energy that is reflecting from y'all's relationship, sadness and, you know, irritation or whatever. You might get all those energies based off of the level that y'all's connection is on. If that is happening to you and you're able to admit it, ding, you're in love. You're madly in love. Number 15, as we are approaching the end, is a sign that really says that you are deeply, madly in love. And that is if you smell the person or if the person touches you and you feel so good inside that you begin to almost feel like kind of high. Like, you feel like you're floating or you're on cloud 9 type thing. If you have that feeling when that person embraces you or when they're touching you, when you smell them, when you feel them, then yes, you are most definitely in love. All right, and number 16 sign, our final sign that you are madly, deeply, crazy in love, it's going to be if you are in love with them regardless of what they have. You don't care about them not having money. You don't care about them not having whatever it is, whether it's a GED, a car, a house, kids, no kids, bills, no bills, problems, no problems, which everybody has problems. So you don't care. Like, you don't care about that stuff. There's nothing, obviously, that is stopping you from loving this person and from wanting to be with this person, because that's how deeply in love you are. There is no material things or anything that's going to stop you or, you know, that's going to make you love them less. If you feel that way about someone, then, oh yeah, you're madly, deeply in love. All right, so thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I've been so excited to bring you these 16 signs that you are madly, deeply in love. I'm gonna do a lot more videos like this. There's so many signs that says that we're in love, and there's also signs that says that we're really not. So I think these are really fun to do. Make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you thumbs up on this video and share it. And if you don't mind, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about the video. Let me know what maybe some things that you do that I didn't mention, or even if you can relate to some of these things that I mentioned that you're doing right now. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad that you came to vibe with the Indigo, and I'll catch you later. Peace.